Hello, this is Ultra Titan Z, and this is my review of Godzilla x Kong Titan Chasers. So starting out with the look of the game, I think they nailed the aesthetic. Everything looks like it was made by Monarch, including like just these like menu screens, but I think they really nailed the buildings too. The graphics for everything just look really clean. I actually got this nice skin here for the base, which I think is based off of the most recent MonsterVerse movie, New Empire, because it's got like the yellow color. I'm pretty sure that's what they had in the Earth. These statues are really cool. I got these with like a pre-download, because like I pre-downloaded the game, so I got these cool statues. Yeah, you got all these different types of buildings here. You collect your resources. Well, let's keep looking at like how the game looks. We've got these character models which look very nice. They're all very colorful, but you could kind of see them fitting in the MonsterVerse. This woman's the weirdest to me because she's got these power swords. Like, what are these? That's what I want to know. You know, she's taking on monsters, but I think, you know, all of these characters look really great. This guy looks like Santa Claus. But yeah, I really like it. They've got these very nice profiles. I think that's great. I really downloaded this game for the story, which is kind of a weird reason to download a game like this, because you know that's not really the point of the game, but you know, it really is what I'm here for. And then this is something I think is really cool. You can play as the monsters. I think that's a big plus for this game. They may not be Titans, which I think is what we all really want, but it still is a monster in the MonsterVerse. So I do like that we can play as the small mega species, megafauna. That's what they are. But yeah, the Skull Ant is probably my favorite. I got the Leaf Wing from Skull Island. Young Siren Jaw. Is this what Doug is? I don't know. It may just be new to this game, but I really like this one. Magma Jackal, just an animal reskin, but I do like that it's related to Rodan. Coral Mouth is actually unsettling, and I really don't like it. But, you know, I think it's a good design anyway. Death Jackal, I think this was in one of the comic books, but this one really fits in the MonsterVerse. That's, when I see this, like, I think MonsterVerse. It's just got that kind of design. Rockclaw Grub, we've seen this in the movies, so that's really cool. Sporefly Soldier, very interesting design here. And there's a queen, too, over here. And then I like the whole thing with the fungus that they've got going, and then, of course, we've got the Skull Crawler. So that's what we got so far. I don't know if we'll get anything else, but I don't know if that would even make it worth it to hold on to the game, because I just don't think a game like this is worth holding on to for so long, even if they come out with new stuff, because, you know, you can't, even though this is the best possible version of this game that this game could be, I seriously don't think anyone would really want to spend so much of their time playing a game like this. Like, you want to play an actual video game over something like this, even if it's, you know, even if we're talking just on your phone. There's plenty of other better games in the App Store to play, like actual games that don't require, you know, either grinding or payments to get by. But, you know, even if this style of game isn't great, where you build the base and you send people out to fight and collect resources, and then you have little battles with your heroes, your champions, I do think it looks really great, and I could understand if someone wanted to keep on playing this, because it really does look really impressive. And if you love the MonsterVerse, Godzilla and Kong, it has them walking around the map sometimes on the Siren Isles, and then you're like, oh, there they are. But yeah, you can see I've got the banners for my alliance on here, the Kong Club, which it's kind of hard to see in the dark. I do like how the stuff lights up in the night. It's pretty cool. And then they have the monsters wandering around too. Another really nice touch. There's a skull crawler over there. I love the little nature sounds in the background too. I think the ambiance is very nice. And again, it makes the whole time playing the game, frankly, a lot more relaxing, which is a weird thing to say. But yeah, you've got the whole map thing going on here, and you'll see Godzilla and Kong may be wandering around if you're lucky, and they might even stumble upon your own base, and you can be inside your outpost, and they'll be like walking past it, which is really cool. But again, we really want to play as the Titans, and I think even a game where you're like directly involved with that stuff, like the Titans, would be better, even if you're playing as a human. Like Kong's survival instinct I think is a great example, because you're playing as a human, but you're like running away from the monsters, and it's more story based, and this isn't as directly tied to that. You're kind of doing your own thing, and Godzilla and Kong exist, and they're just kind of walking around. Whereas in that game, you may come face to face with Kong. I have not played it yet. I do not own a PS5, but I hope one day I will, so I can play that game. Yeah, we'll do a little battle here just to kind of showcase what that looks like, and then we'll probably end it here. But you can see I can automate this battle and have it go. And even if you didn't do it automated, you'd probably make similar decisions, because it's just not gonna change much. Like each monster has like 2 abilities, and there's only like so much you can do. So that's it. I don't really have too much to say on the game. It's another one of those MMORPG. Is that what they're called? It's not really a fun video game. More of a waste of time, a distraction that you can do if you need to do something on your phone. If you expect this type of game and you like the MonsterVerse, you may really enjoy it, but again, you're probably going to end up doing other stuff instead, because it's really not made for, like, this really isn't a really, it's not like this is a really enjoyable video game that you could throw on and just start playing. This is, I wouldn't call it pay to win, because you can still get by, but otherwise you gotta grind. It's not worth the grind, because the game's not incredibly fun. But I did like seeing the story, as bland as it was, and I love seeing the descriptions of the monsters and the characters. So it was a fun experience. I'm glad I played the game, and if you like the MonsterVerse, I'd say it's worth checking out too, even if you don't hold on to it long. That's all for this video. See you guys in the next one. Goodbye.